level. It is going to happen at that teeny tiny cellular level, what is referred to as the basic unit of life. So as we go through, we've already said anatomy. That is the study of the structure. Structure is easy. Learning the 206 bones of the human skeleton, easy. Now, I'm not going to tell you that learning 600 plus muscles is easy, okay? I'm not asking you to do that though, okay? You're going to have certain muscles I want you to be familiar with, mainly because not every muscle of our body is palpable, okay? So I'm going to hopefully get you used to muscles that you'll hear a whole lot about in the medical field. Other ones will become specialized, and if people choose to go into that field, they're going to learn them, and you'll learn them as you go into that field. Physiology is the hard part, okay? Physiology is understanding how it works. Every single thing that occurs in the human body is going to take place at the cellular level. How do I know that? How do I know that if patient A shows up at the doctor's office with an ailment, how do I know that it's happening at the cellular level?
Because the cells are the basis of life.
Cells are going to make up tissues, tissues are going to make up organs, organs are going to make up organ systems make up the organism. And if something is going wrong, it's happening at that cellular level. How do I test it?
Blood test?
Might have to do a blood test. Labs. Okay? If that's the case, what information can I learn from that lab?
What's pretty much like what's in their system. If their say their white blood cell count is elevated, you can determine that. If their red blood cell count is like not enough, their liver enzymes, a lot of things.
Okay, I heard quite a few terms. All right. I heard white blood cell count, red blood cell count, enzymes. How about something called ions? Do you remember the term ions? What is it? Just remember the term.
They're just basically like charged chemical components.
They're charged, meaning they have that little positive or negative, okay? Can you think of any examples?
Hydrogen and hydroxide. Those are important in body.
Okay, well, and they're going to be associated with something really specific called pH. Okay,
I'm trying to think. The electrolytes in your body.
our electrolytes, those salts. Okay, stuff like sodiums, potassiums, magnesiums, zincs. When you have patient A come in, they have an ailment. You do lab work. That lab work comes back. You read it. You can have an idea where to begin. All right? And the lab work that's being done, it's giving you information about that tissue cellular level. Okay? And here's the thing. You can have something happening at that level in this system, but it's affecting this system. Okay? They're not separate. Okay? They're definitely together. So as we move forward, physiology, we're going to be focusing on what is happening at the cellular level. For us to get to that point, we have to go back to our understanding from general bio about the cell, all right, and understanding. Don't break your hands copying, okay? Some things that we have to get used to in A&P, we're going to find that information comes to us at either the large level, such as something we can see. For example, this weekend, went to my friend's 50th birthday party. Her daughter was there. She had had surgery on her eye for skies. Well, I forgot that she was having the surgery, okay? And she's telling me about how she had fallen at work and she had like this great big huge goose egg, you know, on her forehead. I'm trying to be nice. I'm not like that much. And her eye was black though. She had a black eye. And I went, did you hit your eye as you fell or something? She was like, no, I had this surgery, remember? And I went, oh, okay. That was something I could see, okay? And that's called gross. I know, it's like, could they have come up with a different term, okay? Because sometimes when you're looking at the stuff that is macroscopic, something that we can actually see, sometimes it can look kind of gross, okay? Now, when we are looking at the structures of the body, something we can see, okay, we are going to find that we have terminology and information based on regions of the body, on systems of the body, and surfaces. We can view these in many ways, okay? We can actually see it. We can touch it, palpate, okay? There could be pictures. There could be x-rays. But we also have study of the body at a microscopic level, something that we definitely need the scopes for. We've learned a lot about the body, especially since about the mid-1900s, because of the ability that has come along with technology, especially scopes, okay, where we have stuff like the tunneling electron microscope. We've got stuff like the scanning electron microscope. These are awesome pictures. We have those ultrasounds now that do the 4D. I mean, like when I was pregnant with my child back in the 80s, they didn't do ultrasounds, okay? If you did, it had to be a medical reason, had to go through all that stuff trying to get in, because they weren't commonplace. Now, they've got ultrasounds that literally take the first picture of your baby. Have y'all ever seen some of those? They're amazing. You actually see what their faces are going to be like. It's amazing. With microscopes, we look at many different things. Some areas that we look at the actual cells. We can look at tissues. We can look at like slices of tissues. Love looking at scopes. How many of you are familiar with using scopes? Okay, so like our scopes that we have, all right, they're the compound microscopes, for example, and they've got the two oculars. We've got our lenses, we've got our objectives, that sort of thing. Viewing, we can see something at a big field of view. We can see something at a small field of view, okay? So our scopes, even though very primitive, okay, they still give us a good idea of what we can get to if we had some of those powerful scopes. I got to work one time with the scanning electron scope. Oh, that was so cool. It was so cool. I've been around some of the other ones, some stuff with chemistry, that sort of thing. But now, when we look at these systems of the body, it becomes one of the things that hopefully you're going to get from the class, okay? When we think of a cell right now, like coming just straight from biology, this is the cell that you're probably thinking about. And animal cell with a nucleus, with the nucleolus, with my endoplasmic reticulum, with my Golgi apparatus, with my mitochondria. Y'all see where I'm going with this? At this point in time, do you have a different vision of what a cell could look like for animals?
I mean, they're not as round as if you draw them. They're more of a blob in a sense.
Okay. Have you ever thought about animal cell looking like this? Where? What system? Muscles. How about this? I can see why you're thinking that. An immune system, sometimes the cells are kind of shown like this. Okay?
Nervous system?
Nervous system. The ideas that you currently have coming from bio, they are a good start. We're going to have to kind of spread out and think outside that box, okay? Because we're going to see, we're going to have many different types of cells. I want you all to begin to understand that physiology, the working of those cells. We're definitely going to look at nerve cells. Why would nerve cells be a huge part of anatomy and physiology?
Because of like actions and stuff.
Everything we do. Everything we do. I gotta have nerve impulse. Oh, well, wait a minute. Oh, hold up. That's all, that's great, because I gotta be able to do this. I got to be able to move. And when 9:20 shows up, and I'm like, take a break. Everybody wants to be able to, whoop, get up out the chair and go. And at 10:55, class is over. Everybody wants to be able to, whoop, and go. What about internally?
Or the neuron cells.